I'm just being silly this morning. Yeah, I just got done with the gym this morning. I think some of you guys might have saw that video. It was kind of early. It's just my new routine that I'm kickstarting. So I can get to all my goals, not just the goal of me backpacking, but all my goals of being healthy, functional, flexible, adaptable. All that stuff requires me to challenge my body along with my mind. And it's funny how learning to take your body beyond its limits really strengthens you in so many areas. At least for me, it helps me with my faith, my emotional health, my stress level. All those things. It really helps me, redevelop and kind of explore new areas that I didn't know that I had, that I could do. Um, and I was kind of thinking about, I had this topic this morning, that I was going to do on, your support network, and I might do it later on this day. But right now, I wanted to do this video about the difference between a shaker cup and a blender. And I know it sounds ridiculous, but I was thinking about that because I was in a rush this morning, and I get this stuff from Isogenics, and it comes in these packets. And so I got this greens packet, which has all my fruits and vegetables, and then I got my protein packet, which this flavor today was birthday cake. And it's not bad. It's not bad. But as I'm drinking it, um, I noticed just because it's a shaker cup, that it's great for on the go. You grab it, you throw the little metal thing in the middle, and you just shake it up, and it kind of blends it a little bit. There's still kind of chunks in there from the powder, and it's not as smooth and thick as if I would have used a blender. You know, because when you use a blender, I take the time, I get some ice, like crushed ice, I throw some sliced bananas in there, whatever. I some chia seeds. Sometimes I put a little bit of Greek yogurt in there, and I blend it up, and it's all finely mixed and thick, and it's a smoothie. It's a great smoothie for your breakfast, and I love it. And it's totally different than the shaker cup because the shaker cup is okay, but it just kind of smashes stuff together, and you still got lumps and chunks in it. But it's okay. And I look at it in kind of terms of our life. Do we take the time to actually blend the ingredients together? Or are we just trying to mash it up and get it going, because we're on the move, you know? And I look at our relationships, have we taken the time to really blend two different cultures from two different families, from two different mindsets, emotional sets, genders? There's a reason why they had that book. Remember that book a long time ago? Men are from Mars and women are from Venus. Well, because it's true. We think differently. And so we need to take time to blend those characteristics together. But in our society today, we're just using a shaker cup in all of our areas, not just relationships. Relationships are just a great example. But we're in such a rush that we're just shaking it together, you know, and we shake it even harder. We're not blending it. We're not taking the time to add ingredients and measuring stuff out and making sure it's thick and creamy and delicious. We're just slamming parts together. I mean, and you look at other goals. Every goal we seem to have, we're in this. We've got this microwavable concept. of getting there. Like if we're not there in 30 seconds or less, we quit. We stop trying. We bail. We hit the ejector button, and we're ready to go. Forget those words. Uh, no pain, no gain. Till death do us part, for better or worse. I mean, we forget all of those sayings, and the first paper cut we get, we're out. That's it. We're done. This is too hard. This is too difficult. This is too uncomfortable. And when we have that attitude, it totally translates to our subconscious that I'm not worth the time and effort to do things right. I'm not worth the effort to blend things. And when we get that idea that we're not worth it, everything we produce, everything we acquire, everything we have is substandard because we started off feeling substandard because we didn't want to take the time to go after the things that were worth having, to go after the dreams that we really wanted. We settled for less because we believe we are less. And that's totally against what God has for us. I mean, He wants the best of the best for us, but it's not just given to us on a silver platter. We're not babies anymore, where we need to get our meat cut up for us. And some of us don't even need it cut up. We need it mashed up. We need it blend. We need baby food. And that's the problem: is we're eating baby food, but our bodies need meat, steak, potatoes. We need real, healthy food. But oh Lord, we got let's get real. Some of us have such a subconscious entitled mentality that the thought to go out and hunt down your dream and bring it home is just alien. It's just beyond our own mindset. And that's what you got to do. If you want this life beyond limits, if you want this life that is beyond your own imagination, that you deserve, you got to take the time and invest in yourself. You have to take the time to strategize, to strengthen, to the video I did this morning was run through it, and everything I do, especially in the gym. The gym is just a great example of what I'm trying to do in my life. I am trying to thoroughly recondition my body, mind, and my spirit to be fully fit and functional. And it takes time. It takes time. And I wish everything I did was successful. I wish everything I did was a win. Even though I know that I learn more from losing than winning. I learn more from my failures than when I overcome. If you overcame everything, if everything was a home run, you would never get stronger. You would never become wise. You would never become experienced, and you'd be totally unrelatable. Who wants to listen to the dude that never sweated, that never struggled? Who wants to talk to the woman that all her kids are perfect? I never had to whoop them. I never had to put them in timeout. They always listened to me. They were who wants to hear you? I want to hear that lady that struggled that almost choked her kids. I want to hear that guy that man that was an angry SOB for over half the marriage and then finally got it together. I want to hear from him. I want to hear the humility of people who overcame their own issues, overcame that person in the mirror. That's what I want to hear. I want to hear that person that, like I said, I was listening to David Goggins this morning, and his journey. The problem with listening to some of these motivational speakers is that we have to understand that even though, even with the video with me, even though you're listening to a 15-minute video, I am trying to translate 50 years of my life into a 15-minute video. This learning process that I'm on, that I want to be an example of. This didn't just happen last year. It didn't just happen last month. It didn't just happen last week. And we have to get that mindset that this takes time to blend, to make the ingredients right. If how many, my one girl that gives me massages, Amanda, she is becoming this phenomenal cook, man. And I love hearing her talk to me about, the different things she's cooking, because it takes time to really make it right. And so your life takes time to really make it right. And I'm just encouraging you to take the time to do it. This is not a sprint. This is not something you put in the Jiffy Bake oven. If you want something, if you want your life to be incredibly delicious, I'm a little hungry. I'm telling you stuff. We went to this one pancake place in Williamsburg, Virginia, and it was called Mama Jean's homemade pancakes. It was something like that. And we went in, and it was all antique furniture and stuff. And you could tell, man, that these pancakes were made from scratch, man. I mean, they were buttery, fluffy, just delicious, man, just delicious. And I was just so impressed, and I loved it, man. But you just don't get that kind of service anymore. I mean, where are the grandmas that still make from scratch? Can we start from scratch with our life? I'm not saying start over, because so many of us want to keep doing hitting that redo button, to start completely over, and that's a problem. Let's build on what you've already done. Every part of our life is important, especially the failures, But I'm gonna do a video about that another time. So love you guys. I'm heading to work. I'm excited because it's Monday, and today is the day that we kick it off. So let's do it. Let's do it, y'all. I'll talk to you later. Love you. Keep me in prayer, and peace out.